old Cannet, also called Le Cannet Marie, historical heart of the city, has a rich cultural heritage. Chapels, churches, towers and artisans all are present along the Rue Saint-Sauveur. The ancient hamlets, the Daney, the Artisan and the Calvi, surround the old Cannet and form a buffer between the old heart and the modern city since the 19th century. Le Cannet has a heritage and history the artisans have preserved. Traditions where talent and inspiration sometimes combine into contemporary design. The range of professions in the Rue Saint-Sauveur is rich and varied. Sculptors, ceramics artists, painters, luthiers, jewelers, gilders, goldsmiths, tapestry makers, and interior designers and furniture builders all line the narrow winding street. Bonnard stayed in Le Cannet from 1922 to 1947. He rented 3 villas before acquiring in 1926 Le Bosquet, a house on the heights of the city, where he finally retired in 1939 until his death in 1947. The landscapes of Le Cannet and the light of the south were for him inexhaustible sources of inspiration. It was during this period that lasted about 22 years he painted his most inspired paintings. Bonnard produced more than 300 works in Cannet, some intimate, inspired by his private universe inside his house and garden, and also the landscape of the city. The surrounding landscape is connected to Bonnard on the same basis as the Sainte-Victoire for Cézanne or Giverny to Monet. It is this historical link and identity between Bonnard and Le Cannet that inspired the creation of Musée Bonnard, the first museum in the world dedicated purely to the works of Pierre Bonnard. He was a leading figure of art in the 19th and 20th centuries. St. Catherine's Church is listed on the Inventory of Historical Monuments since October 1926. The St. Catherine hamlet was formed around the small church built in the mid-16th century to satisfy the desire to organise a religious coexistence. In 1551, the country only had a chapel dedicated to St. Joseph, built in the heart of the hamlet of Calvis. The need for a church large enough to accommodate the increasing population was felt. The parish autonomy was achieved in 1560, with the oldest act of baptism recorded in Cannet. The City Hall was bought in 1933 by Mayor Maurice John Pierre. The building was built in 1902 by Charles Gracier for the Hotel des Anges. The architect was James Warnery. At Place Bellevue, you can find the statue of Victorien Sardou. An illustrious descendant of a family of Le Cannet, Victorien Sardou was a playwright born in Paris September 5, 1831, and he died in Paris on November 8, 1908. The Saint-Sauveur Chapel marks the entrance to the Artisan Quarter. It is not known when this former belfry was built. The bell rang out to mark any important event. The tocsin warned of fires, called men to battle, and alerted the population to approaching danger.
Thanks for watching this Nocturnal Customs production. You can subscribe to us on YouTube, where we will be bringing you more regular content on filmmaking, animation, my original music, the occasional cover song, as well as more of our feature project releases as they happen. You can find out more information about us on nocturnal3d.com or contact me directly by emailing visualnz@gmail.com. If you like, you can also follow or contact us on Twitter, where we regularly post as NocturnalNZ, or you can keep up to date by giving us a like on Facebook at Nocturnal Customs.